All right, today I'm going to be smoking my first cigar. A guy named Rich from my yoga class just gave me one, and I just decided it's time to try it. It's something I've been wanting to do. I've smoked cigarettes and I don't like them. I've used a nicotine pouch and I don't like them. I've done a hookah and that was okay. I kind of like that. But I've just always been curious. This is a really small one. I believe it's called a Nobly. I don't know too much about it, but this is what it looks like. And this could be a really short video because I might spark this up and absolutely hate it. So let's find out. Gonna have to get some wind coverage here. It's windy, nothing I can do about it. All right, so just first impressions, I like it. I already find it very relaxing. The flavor is really nice. The aroma is really nice. Just trying to make sure it's lit nicely. Gives a nice tingle on the lips. So something interesting about cigars here. I'm in Florida, and according to the law that I read, you are not allowed to use your vape. You are not allowed to smoke cigarettes. You are not allowed to smoke anything with the exception of an unfiltered cigar, which I thought was really interesting. Gives a bit of distinguishment to it. Some guy coming up here. Doesn't look like he's going to be problematic. But already I can tell you, I like this a lot more than a cigarette. And I've never really even liked cigarettes. I just did it and I was like, that's gross. I don't care. The nicotine pouches are too fucking insane. I don't know how people shovel those in their fucking face and just ascend or whatever. But this is just nice and smooth and just a great experience so far. Still a long way to go. No idea what I'm going to talk about for this whole video. And if someone could let me know if this is in fact qualifies as a cigar, it is in fact unfiltered. I just don't know if it's big enough, but this is what the guy gave me. In the yoga class, everyone at the start of the yoga class said something that made them happy. And most people said something you could say which would be traditionally helpful, or sorry, traditionally healthy or something like that. And he was like, I like smoking cigars and drinking coffee in the morning. That's what makes me happy. I was like, I like this guy. And then the next time I saw him, I mentioned to him that I still hadn't smoked my first cigar. And he said, you know what? He went out to his car and he gave me one. And I said, I have to smoke this. Now the only issue is that I do like this. And so now I know I like it. Gotta be careful with that. Can't have a vice. Can't have another thing to fight off. It's so mild. It's such a subtle. I imagine maybe this super intense head high harshness, harsh flavors, and maybe some cigars have that, but this is like, let me see if I can actually describe what this is. I know you're supposed to just puff them and not inhale, so I hope I'm puffing. I haven't gotten any crazy hacking coughs. Also, what's with the ashing thing? Some people say you're supposed to just let it ash for as long as possible before the ash falls off. Why is that? I can't imagine how that makes anything better or worse, but why? Also, took a picture to send to my friend in Germany. I'm next to the boat launch right now. A couple guys coming up launching their boats. I still haven't come up with a way to describe what this flavor is, what this tastes like. It tastes kind of like how a campfire smells, which is a dumb thing to say because it's like, duh, fucking smoke. But it's the good part of a campfire, the kind that doesn't get in your eyes. Also, is this a good starter? There it is. Now I'm starting to feel a little bit of what I imagined, like this kind of dizziness. Now it's a little intense. See, I'm not a nicotine user, so I am starting to feel it now though. Whatever I imagined, already a little intense, gonna have to chill out on the toking. Still nice, but this is the limit of what would feel good. But those first 10 puffs, so relaxing. Do people put out cigars and relight them, or is it exclusively light it up and finish that bitch? Still getting the process of how to puff on it properly. I keep thinking I'm not this fucking crow here. You're ruining my experience. Still trying to figure out how to puff on it properly without inhaling too deeply. It hasn't gotten too harsh, but I still feel like I'm not getting the full flavors. I've heard people say a lot of cigars are spicy. I'm not getting that. That's beautiful. God. There we go. Is that how you do it? Two of yous. All right. Wow. There's a little bit of a head rush. I've officially crossed into too much. See, now that's not enjoyable. Get a little bit of anxiety. Let's bring it back down. I think I'll take maybe a couple more puffs, but we're already at like 13 minutes. Dizzy as fuck. Here comes the golf cart guy. I was waiting to see if one of those park guys would come up to me and be like, there's no smoking in the park, but pretty sure you can smoke an unfiltered cigar. You hearing these birds? It's unreal. Here we go. All right, so we're about down to here on the cigar. Overall, I'm gonna give the experience a 7 out of 10. I enjoyed the cigar, especially the first few tokes, but as a non-nicotine user, you gotta be a little careful with that because after the third or fourth session or the third or fourth round of tokes, I did get a little bit dizzy, which I don't care for. And I think I'm just not a big lover of nicotine. But so far, this is great. This is much better than a cigarette. This is way better than a nicotine pouch. And it doesn't taste as good as I remember hookah, but it does seem more accessible. So I would say I would do this again, but slowly, real slowly, which I did today, but even slower than this. And maybe next time, just try a different one, just to try as many flavors as I can. Again, this one tastes like a campfire, which is a good thing. These birds are just going off. There's 3 of them now. Here, let me see if I can show you. Hey, can you see him? Hello, buddy. Can you see him there? We got this guy, and we got 2 of them up there. As soon as I pointed the camera at them, they stopped. All right, that's it for my cigar video. Thank you for stopping in.